Hey guys, welcome to SS Multimedia. This is Rashita Shishala, and in this lesson, we'll be learning how to multiply a decimal with a whole number. The objective of today's lesson is learning how to multiply a decimal with a whole number. So we'll be looking at questions like 2.8 times 3 or 3.6 times 4. So let's get started. So the first example is 1.6 times 8. So what do we do? Well, we write down 1.6 and then 8. We show the multiplication sign. And just think that there's no decimal point. So just forget about the decimal point for now. And then let's take care of it later. So 8 times 6. So we just multiply it normally, like 16 times 8. So 8 times 6 is 48. So I'm going to write that down. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. So 16 times 8 is 128, not 1.6 times 128. I mean 1.6 times 8. So we have to figure out what the answer for 1.6 times 8 is. So we have to ask a question. How many numbers or how many digits are there after the decimal point? So our decimal point is right here, and I see one digit after the decimal point. So so our answer will have one digit after the decimal point. So so if I put it at 12.8, then my answer will have one digit after the decimal point. So our answer for the first question will be 12.8. And you can even do it this way. So first put the decimal point over here. So if there's one digit after the decimal point, then you move it once to the left and you'll find the answer. Now let's do the second one. So the second question says 1.53 times 7. So I'm going to write that down. So the same format as this. And then let's start multiplying. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 5 is 35. 35 plus 2 is 37. 7 plus 7 is 7. Plus 3 is 10. Now we have to ask the same question. How many numbers are there after the decimal point? Well, there are two numbers after the decimal point. So there should be two decimals after the decimal point in our answer too. So if our decimal point was right here, we would have to shift it 2 times to the left to actually get our answer. So our answer for the second question would be 10.71. And let's check, are there two digits after the decimal point? Well, I see two digits, so it's probably right. And let's do the third question. So the third question says 2.63 times 4. And you just write that down. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 6 is 24. Plus 1 is 25. Now, 4 times 4 times 2 is 8, and 8 plus 2 is 10. So our answer will have the digits 1, 0, 5, and 2. But that's not, so 1052 is not our answer because it has to have decimal points and our answer is much smaller than 1052. So ask the question, repeat the question. How many digits are there after the decimal point? So I see that the decimal point is right there and there's two digits after the decimal point. So there should be two digits in our answer after the decimal point. So 1 and 2. Alright, so or you can say 1 and 2. So do it from the right so that you won't lose track of numbers or you might do it wrong, right? So if you do it from the right, you actually know. Now let's do the fourth question. Actually, let me write down the answer for the third question over here. So the fourth question says 1.82 times 5. So we do the exact same thing. Okay, now we start multiplying it. So 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 8 is 40. 40 plus 1 is 41. And then 5 times 1 is 5. Plus 4 is 9. Now we'll ask the exact same question. So the decimal point is over here. How many digits are there after the decimal point? Point. How? Well, I see 2, so our decimal point will be after the two numbers. No, before the two numbers. So our answer for the fourth question will be 9.1. So you could write 9.10, but then 0 has no value, so it's better to write 9.1. Now let's do a word problem. Kelly makes a pizza every week for her family. She uses 2.34 cups of cheese every time she makes a pizza for her family. How many cups of cheese would Kelly need for 8 weeks? So she uses 2.34 cups of cheese every week, so once a week. 1 week, and then they're asking cups for 8 weeks. So we know we would have to multiply cups of cheese per week times 8 to find the answer. So we would have to do 2.34 times 8. So let's do it. We know how to do it, so let's do it again. So 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times 3 is 24. 24 plus 3 is 27. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 plus 2 is 18. Now, the decimal point is after the 2, and there are 2 digits after the decimal point, so 1, 2. So our decimal point is going to be after 8 or before 7. So I'm going to write down the answer. Kelly would need 18.72 cups of cheese. So that's our answer. Alright, 18.72 cups. Now it's problem time. So you guys pause the video and try the questions on your own. Once you're done, unpause and check if your answers are right. Alright, I'm gonna assume that you guys paused the video and let's get started. So the first question says 7.82 times 9. So we're gonna write 7.82 and then 9 under it. Now let's start multiplying. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 8 is 72. 72 plus 1 is 73. 9 times 7 is 63. 63 plus 7 is 70. Now, we're gonna ask ourselves, how many digits are there after the decimal point? Well, there are 2. So I keep telling you guys, or asking, how many digits are there after the decimal point, and it's really important to ask that question, or else you might miss, or you'll get the answer wrong. So there's 2, so 1, 2. The decimal point will be after 0 or before 3. So our answer for the first problem type question would be 70.38. Now let's do the second one, and let me just scroll up. So the second question says 8.64 times 3. So we do the exact same thing, 8.64, write down 3 under, Now we start multiplying. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 6 is 18. 18 plus 1 is 19. Now we do 3 times 8 is 24. 24 plus 1 is 25. We're not done yet. Don't remember that. Don't forget that. I'm sorry. So 3 times 4, sorry. Uh, Now we count how many decimal how many digits are there after the decimal point. So our decimal point is right there. So there's 2, and we have to do that. So 1, 2, our decimal point will be after 5. So our answer for the second question is 25.92. Let me just erase that because I was about to write 5. Okay, let's do the third question now. The third question says 19.7 times 4. So we're going to do it's the exact same process. So we're going to do the same thing. 19.7 and then 4. That's a multiplication sign. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 9 is 36. 36 plus 2 is 38. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 3 is 7. Now let's ask, how many digits are there after the decimal point? Well, I see 1, so our decimal point is going to be after 8, and our answer for the third question is 78.8. Let's do the last problem in problem time. So 2.25 times 7. We do the exact same thing again. We write down 2.25 and then 7 with the multiplication sign. Now let's start multiplying. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 plus 3 is 17. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 plus 1 is 15. And my decimal point is after the first two. So there are two digits after the decimal point. So 2, 1, 2. My decimal point is going to be after 5. So after the first 5, this 5. And my answer for the fourth question is 15.75. That was all for this video, guys. Comment down below how many questions you got right, and thank you for watching. Like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, click the notification bell if you want to get notified on our new videos.